My son, he 3 years old. My whole thing now is every birthday, buying my house, buying foreclosed house.
First, rest in peace, young Dolph. Dolph was raised in Memphis, Tennessee. He started gaining popularity locally after he dropped his debut mixtape, Paper Route Campaign, in 2008. Taking inspiration from Master P with No Limit and Birdman with Cash Money Records, Dolph founded Paper Route Empire, his own independent record label, in 2010. And he will maintain ownership of his masters throughout his career. Dolph went on to release a slew of highly regarded mixtapes, including his classic mixtape series, High Class Street Music. From 2016 to 2021, Dolph released 7 studio albums under his own imprint. His last solo release, Rich Slaves, was his highest charting project. Dolph was one of the most successful independent artists in the music industry, even turning down a $22 million deal with the major label to instead keep control of his masters and his career. Welcome to All Money Media. I'm Julian, and I post videos every day sharing the keys to building financial wealth. Make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Your support means everything. Thank you. Dolph was never shy about the subject of money. One of his most popular songs is Get Paid, and he often rapped about financial success, like some of the lines in one of my favorite songs, Major. But strangely enough, one of the things that he never seemed to boast about in his music was his massive real estate portfolio. So let's check out the video from the full clip above, and we'll talk on the other side.
My son, he 3 years old. My whole thing now is every birthday, buying my house, buying foreclosed house. So when he get up to 18, when he get out of school, out of all these years, you've been going to these houses and cleaning them and doing this and doing that to these houses. You get 18, it's like, okay, these your chain of house. It's like I'm handing him a whole business.
While he only mentioned his son in the video, Dolph also has a daughter. According to the people that knew him, Dolph actually owned over 100 properties in the city of Memphis. His strategy was to buy foreclosures, renovate them, and rent them out, generating passive income. He also used this strategy with the intent to build wealth for his children. Every year on their birthdays, he would buy a foreclosure, fix it up, and rent it out. His goal was that by the time his kids were 18, they would have 18 properties each. Not only inheriting the wealth, but also the skills and capabilities to maintain the properties. His plan was to have them do work in the properties as they were growing up, which is pretty forward thinking. He purchased each foreclosure in cash so that the properties would have a ton of equity accumulated over the years. And his children would receive all the residual income from the monthly rents, which would go up over time. In that same interview, Dolph explained that his goal wasn't to force his children to do real estate, but instead his goal was to give them options to pursue their passions while being financially secure. Unfortunately, on November 17, 2021, Dolph lost his life in the city that he was raised and loved. He deserves so much credit for the business moves and investments that he made, always seeming to think about the long term and not instant gratification. He didn't blow all of his money on clothes, cars, and jewelry. Now, that's not to say that he didn't live the rapper lifestyle, because he absolutely did, but he also made business moves that would take care of his family long after his passing. One of the brilliant things he did was maintaining ownership of his masters. By maintaining ownership of his masters, his family will continue to get paid off of his music, which is very rare in the music industry. And his real estate investments will be a lifelong benefit to his family, especially his children. Ensuring that his kids inherit cash flowing assets and are millionaires by the time that they graduate high school is the definition of generational wealth. While we may not be able to set up our kids the exact same way that Dolph did, there are multiple ways that we can make sure our kids are in a good place financially as they grow up. So here are a few options. A 529 education plan will allow you to start investing in your kids' future college expenses. And depending on where you live, those contributions can be tax deductible. There's also the Coverdale Education Savings Account, which is similar to the 529, which has different stipulations and limits, which you can check out to get the full details of. Next, there's a Uniform Gift to Minors and Uniform Transfer to Minors custodial accounts, which you can open on behalf of your child until they're of age to take over. Contributions you make to the account can be invested in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds. This account is flexible in the way that it can be used, whether it's for education or anything else that'll benefit your child. Another cool thing about this account is once your child takes ownership, they can use it on a bunch of different things that they may need, like purchasing a car or a down payment on a house. Another option, if your child is already older and working maybe a part-time job, you can do a custodial Roth IRA. And after the account is at least 5 years old, it'll allow your child to use it for purchases again, like a car or or a house. And of course, if you're in a position, we can always follow Dolph's example of using real estate as a vehicle to build generational wealth for our kids. So thanks for checking out the video. Please make sure you sub to the channel. Leave a comment below and let me know your favorite Dolph lyric. I already included mine in the video. And if there's another interview or podcast you would like to see a video on, please drop a link below. Make sure you follow me on TikTok so you can join the conversations over there, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.